What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully, you guys having a good day so far. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the brand new Anomalous Titan event. It hasn't launched yet in game, but the events are in the player and play calendar. So we're going to talk about that here a little bit and try to strategize the best way to make sure that we get his 5-star soul as the end reward. A bit of a preview if you would have it. So you can see here the Titan event is 22 hours from starting. Nothing significant shown here, just the lack of Primal Shard perhaps in the picture or Void Shard in the picture, but that doesn't mean that it's not part of the event per se. We do have the fusion token here, which was mentioned in the note yesterday. Definitely going to be one of the biggest draws for a lot of people. This token's probably worth a lot for some people. Anyways, let's take a quick look and we'll make some comments about the schedule for this event. All right, guys, so here is the schedule in the player and play calendar. Player and play calendar is available on the PC. So you have the Anomalous Titan event starting up tomorrow. And it's immediately going to start with the Hero's Path. So we talked about the Hero's Path yesterday, so it was already announced, but Mavara's 5-star soul is going to be involved in this Hero's Path. You can kind of see what other rewards are there as well. We got the Eternal Soul Stone, we got the Mythical Skill Tomes. Yeah, so these are, the big rewards. There is going to be 400 Titan points available in this event. Now, Player has been putting the Titan points, the actual numbers, in the player and play calendar recently. I think the last maybe 2 Titan events, I think 2 Titan events, they put the figures here, which is good, and in some cases bad, because I think the last one they miswrote one of the numbers, and it caused a little bit of planning issues for everybody. So this kind of stuff, it is subject to mistakes and stuff, so just be careful. But it was announced 400 points in this Hero's Path. That's a big one. They've been putting more and more stuff in Hero's Path lately, I feel like. Their metrics probably show that people probably just go for it, and then they probably make a lot of money off of these big Hero's Paths. We'll cover the Hero's Path when it opens tomorrow. Now, what else is happening at the same time? So Hero's Path, to get points in Hero's Path, it's going to be shards and dungeon diving, so getting gear from dungeons. It's going to run alongside the champion training event. That's kind of good. So you can, basically farm gear, farm up champions at the same time. So you can be doing some double dipping. It's going to start with the Ice Golem. It's going to be Ice Golem with special rules. Now, let's see what the rules are. It's going to be beating them with a limited pool of champions. And as of this date, they haven't specified what condition this Ice Golem tournament will be. So this is going to be pretty tough. Ice Golem's not necessarily a great dungeon to go into if you just have a pretty limited roster. But you can always just do lower level Ice Golem. It's probably going to be a little bit less efficient. You're not going to get great gear out of it, but you're at least going to be able to complete it. You got 60 points there. What else? What is happening? We got the Ascension Tournament. This is not part of the Titan event, so there's no Titan points associated with that. We have Classic Arena Takedown. It's going to have some points in there. How many points? 30 points? Okay, so that's pretty standard stuff. And then during the Hero's Path still, we do have a Dragon Turn Attack event as well. So Dragon Turn Attack, pretty standard. 50 points here. Slightly less than the special condition Ice Golem. Ice Golem is 60 points, and then the Dragon is 50 points. So again, just something to keep in mind. So this Hero's Path event is going to cover a couple of other events at the same time. So Ice Golem, Dragon, Training. You can fit all of that into the Hero's Path, get a bunch of points there as well. But it's going to be a big shard opening event. That's where you're going to get a lot of your points. Mavara's 5-star soul, we got the 400 Titan points. In the whole Titan event, there's 1750 total points, and we need 1500 to get Embrys' 5-star soul. So we can skip 250. So you could allocate 250 points skipped from this Hero's Path if you're trying to stretch out your resources for her 5-star soul. So all you have to do is pick up 150 Titan points, and then you can still continue with the Titan event and still pick up Embrys' 5-star soul. Let's keep moving here a little bit. They've only released the reward structures for the first week, so we do have to come back to this later on in the week to check the rewards, see if there's anything funky happening. After the dragon turn attack, we're going to go into a spider turn attack. Again, pretty standard stuff. I think spider, for most part, people probably have down to a pretty fast team, or one of the easier teams to kind of make a faster turn team with. Gear enhancement event, standard gear hunters event, 100 points here, and that's going to run alongside the spider tournament. And we have a Fire Knight with special rules tournament. Now, this is also going to be potentially difficult depending on which one they do. But same idea as Ice Golem. If you can't get a high level team going, just farm lower levels, just fulfill the conditions, farm lower levels, spend a little bit more energy, and you can still get this done. Now we can farm Spider and Fire Knight at the same time as Gear Hunters, which is great. Allows us to complete 2 events while finishing off the Gear Hunters. So all your energy is being allocated efficiently. So gear enhancement, and then this one is another champion training. So after that, we're going to talk about the next week a little bit, or last week. They haven't released the gear, or sorry, the reward schedules yet. So we got the Spider Turn Attack, Fire Knight, and then they didn't release the reward structure yet. No big deal for Fire Knight, probably nothing too crazy. We're going to go back into a Ice Golem turn attack in the second week, and then finish it up with a Dragon turn attack. So a bunch of turn attacks for the second week. And then the other big thing here that's kind of nice to know in advance is that we don't have any kind of hidden event this time. There's no point difference. All the points add up to 1750. So no hidden points. And all of the big points here are going to be in this champion chase on the second week. So 300 points in a champion chase, 400 points in a hero's pass. So that's where, half of the Titan event points will be. Champion chase, fragments, broad mauls, small shards, hoping to high roll, get lucky. There's going to be a 2x event that's going to be happening during this event, and it's most likely going to be 2x ancient shards. This time, it should follow the schedule. Last week, we had 2x sacreds, and then the 2x before that was 2x voids. So 2x ancients should be on deck for this champion chase, which is amazing. That's great, because ancient shards is where you can definitely score some really, really high points, or at least make things a little bit more digestible for everybody, more achievable. So generally, that's pretty good news. We have a champion training tournament happening alongside a couple of the dungeon events, which again is very good. It allows you for some double dipping. And then we have the standard classic arena gear enhancement and gear hunters event to end it all off. Now, there definitely could be some further rewards in this champion chase to make it even more juicy. Like, for example, there is an off chance that this weekend could be a fusion. Could be a fusion weekend, so that it's possible that this champion chase could be connected with a fusion. So there could be fusion fragments, for example, in this champion chase while you're chasing for the Titan events. That's definitely still on the table. And we'll know more about that as we see the events for next week. But I do feel it's kind of unlikely that will happen, because we do have so many events happening at the same time, potentially. So I don't necessarily think a fusion would happen at this point and be part of the champion chase, but it's definitely possible. Who knows? That's happened in the past. Or this potentially could be 2x primals. You never know, right? There's a small chance of that happening, but I don't think that's going to happen, because we just recently had a 2x primals not too long ago. I believe about a month or 6 weeks ago, we did have a 2x primals. So I'd say that's overall a little bit unlikely. Good thing about releasing this schedule out to us early is that there's no real surprises here. Everything's already laid out. Nice of Plarium to give us the points, and this time they all added up, so nothing mysterious. Everything is laid out, so that's a small win for Plarium side. We were speculating that there could be a Deck of Fate perhaps in the second week. This is usually a Deck of Fate really jams people up. And what they could have done was maybe put like 200 points in a champion chase, and then put 100 points in a mysterious Deck of Fate in the in the beginning of the week, and that really could mess people up. But instead, they put 300 points in the champion chase, which I would think is generally a better thing because in a deck, there's no way of knowing how many points you're going to get unless you finish the entire deck. And it's really frustrating to fall short of points just because you couldn't complete the deck. All right, guys, and if you guys want a better way of tracking your progress in the Titan event, we are on Swish's website here, rsl-x.vercel.app. Make sure you guys check it out. Lots of useful stuff here, like plans, schedules. Also has other tools that can be very useful. But yeah, you can definitely just track your schedule here. We just move my head real quick. So, and then there's a progress bar on the bottom there, or a legend on the bottom. And then you guys can track your progress here by clicking the point that you guys are going through, and then how many points you guys have, and how much points you can skip. It also just nicely lays it out into one single window, so that's easier to look at. So like I said, if you guys are shooting for the 5-star for Embrys, you guys can only skip 250 points from the entire 2 weeks. So you guys can allocate that here. Like I said, the hero's path and the champion chase is going to make up half of the total, almost half of the total points. So personally speaking, I think since the champion chase is probably going to be a 2x ancient, I mean, more than likely, it can't be 2x sacreds because that happened last week. And then 2x voids happened the week before. So most likely it is, 2x ancient unless they really want to switch things up. 2x ancients will make this champion chase a lot easier. So I think the 250 points that you're probably going to skip is probably going to come from the hero's path right here coming up tomorrow. That's good news if you want to conserve, some resources. If you guys are going for Mavara's Soul, for example, that saves some resources from picking up the Titan events points. And then you guys have to complete basically everything else. And then everything is already laid out here. But if you're just active in the game for 2 weeks, these events should be handled relatively okay. It's basically just another fusion. All right, guys, so that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it was informative for you guys. Just covering a little bit of the schedule for the Titan event. Obviously, the big event for this weekend will be Mavara's 5-star Soul Hero's Path with the big 400 Titan points in it. We'll cover that once the Hero's Path is released, and I'll try to give you guys a game plan once that happens. Based on the comments on the previous video, looks like most of you guys are pretty excited for Embrys and his 5-star Soul. So let's hope that we have a smooth Titan schedule ahead. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are planning to go for this. What do you guys think about the schedule? Thanks for watching until the end, guys. Appreciate you all. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.